people really are easy to impress.
Well, we are about to see a championship matchup featuring IWC debut. This is the Last Incan Warrior from Lima, Peru. He is Rayo. He traveled back to his native home of Lima. He learned how his ancestors competed. He learned how his ancestors did combat. He learned the ways of his roots because the Incans had dominated that part of the country for hundreds and hundreds of years. And now Rayo going to bring that same fighting spirit to professional wrestling. Only been wrestling about 2.5 years, but he's made his mark in CZW Dojo Wars, MCW Wrestling in Maryland, and others. Rayo, his reputation precedes him as he competes in a prestigious championship matchup. But his opposition is more synonymous with IWC over the past decade plus than just about anybody. We'll see him come through that curtain in just a moment.
The Super Indy title getting some more of an international feel in recent.
Great ovation for the New Age Plague Gory, who is not only defending the IWC Super Indy Championship in this contest, he is defending the Welterweight Championship as well. Gory won that title over Midwest standout Ace Perry on Fight Eye pay-per-view. Welterweight Wrestling 2 on October 22nd. Arguably the two most prestigious championships of this style of wrestling in this part of the country. Gory has a stranglehold on them both. They're both to be defended. We could leave with a new dual champion here in Clearfield.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the IWC Super Indy Championship and the Welterweight Wrestling Championship. Introducing first the man in charge with the bell sounds, referee Josh Shield. And now, the challenger, weighing in at 175 pounds, the Last Incan Warrior, Rayo! And his opponent from Ogden March, weighing in at 170 pounds, he is the reigning and defending IWC Super Indy Champion and Welterweight Wrestling Champion, the New Age Plague, Gory!
A dual champion is the New Age Plague Gory. Welterweight wrestling is for athletes 185 pounds and under. It's an opportunity for individuals who may be overlooked and maybe thought of as, quote, too small for the main event, much as cruiserweights and junior heavyweights before them, have their opportunity in the sun.
There's a lot of gold in the ring right now.
Absolutely. Gory, as I mentioned, won that championship 2 weeks ago. Atticus Coger watching his back as he faced Ace Perry, part of the Culmination Group.
Gory winning the Super Indy title just a few months ago in a four-way match.
Absolutely, and that was to fill a vacant championship thanks to John McChesney's injury. Joey Janela, Shug D, Anthony Henry. Talk about a list of worthy competitors. And Gory waited 13 years to have a true lengthy reign with Super Indy's top prize, a 90-minute reign when he was in his early 20s.
Sure, it was officially on the books, however. He was, but it wasn't. It was only for one evening. This was back when the Super Indy title was vacated and awarded to the winner of the Super Indy title tournament.
Well, Gory goes to the Soul Eater early. That's his submission move that has won many a match here in IWC in recent
Quick headlock
months.
takeover.
Gory, in my opinion, pound for pound, the quickest athlete in IWC. And when you talk about this region overall, possibly the most underrated, I think the dual championships of Gory.
Look at that, sweep on the back door.
May go a long way to silencing a lot of those critics.
Well, you say he's underrated, but let's be honest, he's been picking up titles now at a prodigious rate. I don't know how long you can say that he is underrated.
Mr. LaRusso, you know how difficult it is to acquire and maintain that Super Indy Championship. How do you feel Gory's done at that job thus far?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll give credit where credit is due.
Oh, wait a second. Let's look at this handshake first. Competitive spirit in full force between these athletes.
Says he's okay.
Rayo showing some frustration. Gory caught Rayo in an attempt to double cross, and that bloodthirsty feeling of Gory he's never able to quench. He feasts on flesh as the pace quickens. Gory.
Oh, look at that. Up to the shoulder. Oh, he's got him. He's fighting him again.
Rayo made a mistake trying to pick a fight. Not a wrestling match, but a fight with
Beautiful
Gory.
head scissors.
Pace quickens again. You see the quickness of Gory.
Spiked him on his head.
Oh, Rayo is out of his element here. Back body drop. But please, Chris, finish your point on Gory.
Well, again, I'll give credit where credit is due. I've been in the ring with this man. I've defended the Super Indy title against this man. I fought him for the Super Indy title just recently. And if you look at the... sweep onto the ring apron. If you look at the people that he's defended the title against so far, the people who he won it against in that four-way sword, then defending the title against Ophidian, then defending the title, quite frankly, against me and being victorious. I was really close to beating... Oh!
And that's the soccer background of Rayo, who is very, very fancy with his footwork, and obviously very proud of his accomplishments.
Soccer's pretty popular in that part of the world.
Without question. Rayo was scheduled to be a part of Welterweight 2, could not make it due to contractual commitments. I want to thank welterweightwrestling.com, and you can find Welterweight Wrestling on social media as well, Facebook and Twitter. And thank IWCWrestling.com. Find IWC Wrestling on Twitter, International Wrestling Cartel on Facebook. Great marriage between two great brands, bringing you among the best in professional wrestling today.
You done with the commercial?
Gotta do my job, the sales.
Oh! Hit the floor hard.
Yeah, Rayo doesn't need to do a sales pitch here. We know he is a formidable competitor. He's arguably one of the top prospects up and down the East Coast, and the further west he makes his way, the more of an impact he causes.
I'll tell you what, if anybody knows something about top prospects, it's yours truly. And, for him to be the next challenger, Gory is taking on all comers. Gory is taking on everybody for that Super Indy title. And if he manages to get past Rayo, he will have built up a very impressive resume in a very short period of time.
Rayo recently making his debut for Evolve Wrestling on their latest Midwest loop. And I'm not sure how long Rayo spent in a car to get out there.
Ooh! Blistering knife-edge chop.
You know Rayo will sacrifice everything. Will he sacrifice his health and well-being? Because that's what Gory may be after right now.
They hit the ring steps!
Oh, gosh. And this is not the nature or the tone you would see most welterweight or Super Indy championship defenses, but clearly when Rayo tried to take that cheap shot behind Gory's back, tempers flared quickly. And Gory has been an IWC crowd favorite for many, many years. Two Count only started in this organization at the age of 18. These fans have watched him grow up over the years. He's certainly earned their respect, even though his tactics are, let's say, to say the least, unconventional.
Unconventional is putting it lights. Oh! Stiff right hand. Going to the midsection.
Oof.
Pump kick there.
Suplex nicely done. Textbook style by Rayo. Two count only. Rayo is a man who also is wise beyond his years. You wouldn't look at his stance, his poise, his confidence, and assume he's only a 2-year pro.
Absolutely. He's definitely got the tools to make it in the ring. He's a hell of an athlete. And since the last time I saw Rayo, he looks like he's picked up a little bit of a mean streak.
Absolutely has. More determined. We talk about the athletic background. Played soccer as a youth. Dropped toe hold. Watch Gory.
Look out! Oh!
Project his body as an offensive weapon.
Almost landed one of our fans in the front row.
And Gory gonna springboard. Rayo able to trip Gory up.
Hangs him up on the top rope.
All the air rushes out of the body of Gory.
Oh, high on the back of his head.
Rayo the back suplex. Rayo the chin lock. Rayo's not giving Gory any breathing room, any space to recover. The crowd is behind Gory, but Rayo is determined to now become the face of two different brands at once. Imagine how the spotlight will skyrocket for Rayo if he's successful here tonight. 2 championships with 1 victory.
Beating Gory, is easier said than done. Oh, hey, credit to Rayo, he held on.
And a jawbreaker connects. Second
Multiple
time.
jawbreakers.
Oh, caught Rayo flush in the temple.
5 minutes gone by.
The neckbreaker follow through. Gory showing he can string together that offense as well. It's almost a mirror image as both men are looking for leverage here as we get deeper into this contest.
Come on, Gory! Get up! Gory! Get up, Gory!
Tell you one thing, being in the ring with Gory, he never seems to tire. He never seems like his gas tank is just when you think he's finished. Just when you think that he's completely spent, that there's nothing left, he finds a completely new gear. It's one of the most frustrating things about fighting this man, is you never know how close you are to victory. Oh!
And I think Gory's motivated by that pain he inflicts, that thirst for flesh and blood. As Rayo attempts to battle back, Gory responds in kind.
See what I'm talking about? He took that shot. I thought he was knocked out. Oh! And Gory immediately responds.
And, Gory
gets him to the outside.
Yeah, Rayo was able to slip underneath Gory. Gory back with the enziguri. And Gory is so dangerous. With distance comes opportunity.
Oh my goodness, what a drop kick!
All right to the face. Amazing elevation. Hit time and an ear fall.
Hey, props to Rayo. That was incredible. A lesser man would have been beaten by that move.
What a matchup we are seeing.
Look at Gory, poised in the corner. Might be going for that run-through lariat.
Stalking Rayo, measuring him.
Sounded like a shotgun blast.
Gory's target is behind Rayo. There's no interruption there. And down with the double knees. Rayo's entire body gets rocked. This'll do it. No.
So close.
All the credit in the world to Rayo. Able to kick out. Able to survive. This is a big-time gut check. First time I can recall in IWC in quite some time, if ever, that 2 singles championships have been on the line at once.
QAS, maybe?
Rayo
big pump kick.
Rayo had it prepared.
Oh, tornado DDT out of the corner.
Could Rayo pull it off? Got him! No!
Only 2.
And Rayo, again, the frustration we've seen building throughout this contest.
Last Incan Warrior!
Proud of his heritage, proud of his past, but will he channel those Incan roots to find a way to stem the plague of Gory? That discus kick, usually a setup for the end for Rayo, but Gory counters. And now the Soul Eater again.
Is he going for it? No, roll through. Oh, look at that.
Rayo counters. Soul Eater attempt the 3rd time.
Does he have it? I don't think he has his feet. Yeah, he's got
Now
it.
he's
Feet
got
are
him.
locked. The feet are locked.
Gory able to rock back. Rayo rolls through.
Counter.
Traps the shoulders.
Oh my God, that was so close.
Oh, Rayo almost pinned Gory.
Oh, knee strike.
Knee to the side of the jaw. Here we go.
Brain buster.
Oh, Gory right in the back of his head. And Rayo is ready to finish the champion.
Oh,
That discus kick connected.
that's got to be it. New champion. New champion.
No near fall. Rayo trying to channel that soccer background for a knockout shot. I'm not sure Rayo got all the momentum behind that he wanted, and it's because of the damage Gory has done. It's because of the damage of the Soul Eater as well.
That getting out of the Soul Eater was incredible. That move is so dangerous, so painful. It doesn't seem like there's any way out. He got one of his legs free and back rolled. Pretty smart by this kid.
Rayo again would love to be the face of the welterweights, the face of Super Indy.
Oh, this looks dangerous at best.
15-year history of the Super Indy title, from Styles to Cabana to Corey Graves, Delirious, Larry Sweeney, John McChesney, DJZ, and everywhere in between. Rayo could add his name to the list.
Uh-oh.
Gory fighting out with everything he has.
Hey, he's biting him again!
Rayo caught for a moment. Kick to the skull. Gory maybe in a bad way here. What is this?
Oh, QAS out of the corner!
Oh, Rayo never saw it coming. Gory uses the second rope as extra momentum. Soul Eater, he's got Rayo trapped. Rayo has no choice to tap. Ah!
Ladies and gentlemen, for the winner of this contest, and still IWC Super Indy Champion and Welterweight Wrestling Champion, Gory!
I'll say this, Dombrowski. It may have taken him almost 10 years to get that belt, but he is very quickly putting together a resume that may put him among some of the greatest Super Indy champions of all time.
Gory was confident enough to risk everything. 2 titles, 2 identities, 2 different regions conquered. Rayo wanted more than anything else to be the man for Super Indy and the welterweights, but the New Age plague continues to spread the infection.